conversation, be open, be honest. Let's go talk on education, talk on how to be modest. Let's talk on politics, yeah, Rashara on the mix. No matter what you need, don't worry, we can get it fixed. I'm here to spread truth, I'm here to spread light. We can talk about it all night until we get it right. Motivation and inspirational rotation. If we work together, we could all touch nations. Let's build an empire. We all kissing your dreams. That's always in my dream. Let's grow together. Let's learn together.
I got kicked all the way out.
Yeah, you was spitting that hot fire that was like, we not having it.
Like, nope.
It's all right, because it's going to come back in your face. Swag. It's all good. Man. Hey guys. What's up? It's funny. I always think, some people believe in like conspiracy theories or whatever, but I just feel like anytime something good is happening, there's always some negative energy that tries to impede. So it's all good.
I agree. I'm just like, I don't know.
No problem. So, okay. So we left off talking about like the how important it is to not divide our people, because people are already doing that for us. So as a community, we really have to kind of cut that out. So we talked a lot about, black hair. Would you say that black hair is political?
Yeah.
And why is that?
The black body is completely political. So, I mean, there's nothing that any black person can do other than pass for white that is going to make their body less political. So unless you and you can't be like, oh, I'm light bright. You can't be a yellow bone. Yellow bone, you're not light enough to pass. You got to be like lighter than that. Like Tracy Ellis Ross can't even pass. So I'm saying like, you got to properly pass, my friend, if you want your body to stop being a political playground. But no, the black body, black hair, of course, all of this stuff is definitely super political. When they don't want to see your body in spaces, when they don't want to see your hair in spaces, when they don't want you to be a part of the conversation, you are politicized.
Wow.
I mean, the very nature that we are constantly seeing shootings every other week, that we're seeing these women, like calling the police on people living their everyday black lives, means that the black body is very political. And hair has been political since slavery.
Yeah.
And I know that some people are going to be like, just come with me for a second. It's definitely been political since slavery. And I say that because that was part of the descriptors that they would use to catch those who had run away. So even if they could pass by their skin tone, they would say that, oh, this person has either shaved off their head to pass and is wearing a handkerchief, or that they had this grade, that their hair is soft or wavy, or that it is that it looks like, that is afro, whatever. They would describe the hair. So even if you could get away with your skin, your hair was going to give you away. So hair been political since way back when. Not even talking about the Black Power movement, the Black is Beautiful movement, that manifested itself, around the 60s. I'm just like, it's been political. It ain't stopped yet. Can't stop. Won't stop.
And it ain't gonna stop no time soon.
No.
Deanna said she never thought about that. Yeah, it's a real thing. So then what do we do then? So we got all this information about colorism, texturism, about our role that we play. Like, what do we do? Like, what do we do with all this knowledge and information now?
Several things. We check ourselves. And that's where I would say we start. We start with checking ourselves. We have to really take a close look at what it is that we do, what it is that we perpetuate. Now, we want to say that, oh, no, I'm all about blackness this, I'm all about blackness that. But sometimes some of what we're doing turns into a fetishization, of those who are darker. Like, we are now in a place where it's like we're almost cutting people up for parts. Like, oh, look at her dark skin. So now she becomes her dark skin. She's nothing else. So we doing it too.
Yeah.
So it's just, we have to check ourselves. We have to look in at ourselves. We have to look at the stuff that we perpetuate. We have to look at how we have internalized colorism, how we have internalized texturism, how we continue to live, with this racist ways. Like, we have to check our respectability politics. We have to check the way we talk to our nieces, our nephews, our children. Because people really do keep children that they think are more beautiful closer to them. They do try to make sure that they give them more.
It's true.
And some of what we think is beautiful is still coming in a lot of ways from white supremacy. So how are we challenging that within ourselves? So for that, I say therapy. I believe in the power of, with the right therapist, all things are possible. If therapy is too much, then journaling, really taking that time to sort of look inward so that you can change what is going for what your behaviors are. So for me, to that point, that's part of the reason why I wrote the workbook, Colorism and Texturism. It's called Cocoa Butter and Hair Grease, a self-love journey through hair and skin. Because I wanted people to actually do some of that work. Like, everyone can't do it in therapy, and I recognize that. But we gotta do this work for ourselves so that we can break some of those cycles, so that we can be the ones that are no longer transferring this to our children, so they don't get it in our house or at auntie house, but they might still get it from out there, but we remind them of what we taught them.
Yeah.
So for me, number one is always check yourself first, boo. Number two, check your family members.
Oh, help. How do you check older family members, grandparents, great aunts? Because they...
Carefully, so you don't get popped, because you ain't never too old.
Okay.
But, ask them questions. Why do you think that makes her prettier, Grandma? Nana, why do you treat her differently because she has soft hair? Getting them to start asking questions, not coming out your mouth sideways. And like I said, don't get popped on my account.
Dr. Donna says...
Word. Like, don't put my name in there. My name Bennett, I ain't in it. Don't get popped. But just, if we lead with questions, if we, just challenging the way that they think about things and just being like, where do you think you got that from? Grandpa, why do you think that this is more beautiful than that? That's what I've seen. It seems like you prefer this over that. And I just wanted to get an idea of where you think it came from. Even if they don't answer your question, you have now planted a seed.
Right.
Now, what they do with that seed is not your responsibility. All I'm saying is continue to plant seeds. Continue to challenge your friends, your homeboys, your homegirls when they say and do some things that just perpetuate colorism, that perpetuate texturism, that ultimately perpetuate racism. Check them. Ask them. Check them with love, though. Like, we ain't don't lose friendships. Check respectfully.
Right.
Like, have that conversation with them. So after you have checked yourself and you are checking those friends and loved ones around you, figure out how you can elevate your conversation.
I like it.
It really just happens one day at a time. And really, I would say that the best thing you can do is live radically you. To love you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. If you love yourself radically, you are already flying in the face of white supremacy. You get to do it and you benefit. Number one, you benefit. You don't love yourself because of white supremacy. Love yourself because loving yourself means that you get to live a different life. But when you do that, you win. And at the same time, your self-love becomes very highly political. So for me, I'm just like, when they say live your best life, they mean live your best life.
Oh my. Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Live your best life with your skin tone, with your hair texture, with your blackness, how your blackness shows up. Live your best life.
Yes. Absolutely. Cammy, I think, says, how do you check respectfully, while also being aware of how that may affect a child's self-esteem?
You take your time.
Yeah.
So with children, it's almost the same way that you would, check your elders. You ask questions, and children are a little bit more open. So just be like, oh, why do you think this is pretty? Did you know that this is just as pretty as this thing is? Like, we're not trying to elevate one over the other. I think that sometimes when we're trying to, radicalize messages, we try to pit something as being above something else instead of just saying that they're all on equal playing ground and, equally beautiful. It's just a different type of beautiful. So reminding kids that, number one, they don't always listen to your words. They look at your actions. So if you don't look like you loving on you, if you look like your whole life is about every single way you can divorce yourself from your blackness and what your blackness looks like, It doesn't matter what you say. They're going to pick that up. But if you are living your best life, authentically you, and loving them as authentically them, because sometimes we try to mold our kids to be something that they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're loving them for who they are and respecting them and their boundaries, then you're living in your truth. You're encouraging them to live in theirs, which means they get to step out into the world with that additional armor of your love and acceptance of who they are right there at that moment. Which means that what happens outside of the house, it's definitely going to dent and ding the armor. Some of it's going to get past, but they're going to come to you.
Yes, that safe space.
Exactly. You want to create that safe space of love. Funnily enough, I'm going to be talking about this at a conference on parenting in September.
Nice.
Yes. It just snatched and laid. Black hair, why it matters in parenting.
Woo! Where's that conference going to be?
Anaheim, California.
Okay.
I ain't never been. A girl is real excited to go to Disneyland though, because it's right there.
Might as well. I mean, you're there, right? So, for your workbook, is there a link that I can drop in the comment section that individuals can go and check that out?
Yeah, it's not for sale yet. It actually releases April 2nd. But the link to make sure that you get the information first is cocobutterandhairgrease.com.
cocobutterandhairgrease.com.
Yep. It will reroute you to anodright.com, but I can't remember what the backslash is. So
swag. Nice.
But I'm excited. The book comes out April 2nd. It's written. It's just being, it's in the last bits of being designed. We're going to do our little re-edits and it will be released. I'm hoping to open it up for pre-order next week.
Nice. Shout out to ownership. Just boss moves. Because you can do what you want. Be what you want. Be how you want when you own your own stuff. Yes.
Try my best.
Well, thank you so much. This has been amazing. This has been really dope. I hope you enjoyed yourself here on the show. We are so grateful to have you.
Thank you for having me. And I really did. You got a real active audience. I love that.
I've been beating them up for 3 seasons. Y'all better get it together. But yeah, that's dope. Thank you again. Any last questions before we let Dr. Donna go from the audience? Any last questions or comments that you have for her? Y'all live y'all truth. Speak y'all truth.
Now's the time.
I'm about to be like church. Seeing none, no hands, no new souls could be saved.
Wow. That's my tambourine. Yes.
Come on. I cannot. Somebody says you're really dope.
Thank you.
Swag. Black is dope. See, I don't know why we suppress it so much because we're authentically a dope people, yo. Like,
it's our natural way of being.
True.
We just gotta learn to live in it more, be in it more. Don't save it just for the weekends.
Okay. Do it on Monday through Friday. Yes.
Especially on Monday. Until you learn to like Monday.
Exactly. And side note, shameless plug, stay away from people that are like, I hate Mondays. Stay away from that energy. It's so draining and so frustrating. Just unfollow them off social media. If they work with you, stay away from them as much as possible. You don't need that negativity in your life. Big facts.
We're not even aware of the energy that we carry sometimes.
Ooh, this is
like,
true.
You carry this I hate Monday energy, man. It's just gonna perpetuate and grow on itself. It feeds on itself.
It's true. What an amazing episode. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Well, Dr. Donna, thank you so much. I'll let you go. Appreciate it. Stay in touch, and I'll definitely drop that link for cocoa butter hair grease.com. Available
cocoa butter
April
and
2nd.
Hair grease.
And hair grease. Bam. That's what I'm missing.
Cocoa butter and hair grease.com.
April 2nd.
And, you know, like, follow me at Anod Right, ANNODRIGHT on Facebook and Instagram, especially. I'm not that active on Facebook.
She's not. I had to pull her back on Facebook. But yes, definitely, I will definitely drop your Instagram handle as well. Anod Right. Perfect. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye, y'all.
See ya. All right, guys. Well, we have officially ended episode 1 of season 4. Woo woo! Hey, we out here. Thank you guys so much for joining us, for joining into the second video. I apologize about the technical difficulties, but thank you again. Feel free to comment on the video even after we go live. Share both sections of tonight's discussion, and I hope to see you on the next installment of Ask Tashara Thursdays, which will be next Thursday, March 21st, and I'm going to be having another guest to talk about the power of Black creatives, and so just really want to pour into us. If you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to DM me personally or comment on the video. Again, I will be dropping all of Dr. Donna's information once I end the video, and yeah, I'll let our theme song play. Shout out to Black Ownership, and I will see you guys next week.
Yeah, time to have conversation, be open, be honest. Let's go talk on education, talk on how to be modest. Let's talk on politics, yeah, Rashara on the mic. No matter what you need, don't worry, we can get it fixed. I'm here to spread truth, I'm here to spread light. We can talk about it all night until we get it right. Motivation and inspirational rotation. If we work together, we could all touch nations. Let's build an empire. We all kings and queens. I want to help your dream. That's always been my dream. Let's grow together. Let's learn together. Hot topics all day like burning leather. Yeah, on Ask Shara. Just ask Shara. Any topic, it don't matter. Just ask Shara. Ask Shara. On Thursdays, Facebook Live. On Thursdays, hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Facebook Live on Thursday. Hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Hashtag Ask Shara Thursday. Facebook Live on Thursday.
See you guys next time.